Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourselves in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Hong Kong House of Cards. Wow, it's been ages since I've had to introduce this. Legitimately, the fuck has my time gone? This evening's scene will be taking place at Carpe Noctem, the establishment owned by the enigmatic Hollow One Cabal. Aiden, a newly arrived member of House Gwydion of the Changeling faction, finds himself walking the streets of an upper-class Hong Kong neighborhood until his eyes are eventually drawn to a building that Aiden, you could only assume, has been designed for the purposes of looking creepy. It's almost cartoonishly so. You know, the whole kind of creepy mansion house vibe is what you get out of it, as you see a number of teenagers dressed in very gothic attire standing outside the door, waiting in a long line to enter. There is, however, something that runs up your spine, something tingly about this place.
Huh. Well then, tingly, you say. He checks his treasure, making sure that it's still there. Before trying to look at it in a different manner. One second while I look up the wording for this ability. Keening. It's mage, so I don't know if this would work. But he does look at it with keening.
Basically, keening, from how I understand it, is your version of the awareness skill, because you don't actually have awareness.
Yes.
Okay. Roll down both.
Alright, so it is roll. I notice things.
Okay, yeah, you do. It is 3 successes of noticing things. How to explain? You walk towards the building and you unfurl your mind. You let it drift hither and thither and look through the sight that only the Fae can possess. You feel something almost like a shock go down your spine as you look at this building. There's something very clearly magical about it. You wouldn't really know what, but there's that moment of, oh, hello, big boy. There's something there.
Ho there, Merlin must be inside.
What?
Tally ho. He says to himself out loud.
What must be inside?
Merlin.
Oh, Christ. This can only end interestingly.
So he's going to look around to see if there's another interest away from the weird kids that make him want to cut himself for some odd reason.
Okay. I have to run an infiltration of my own business. What could possibly go wrong? Would you like to make a perception alertness roll to try and identify a more svelte way in?
Sure, I have alertness.
This could only end well.
I know, right? What would you say the difficulty is?
Probably 6.
Oh.
Oh.
I see nothing.
You really don't? Jesus, okay. Hey, there's the big main door. That's clearly the only entrance to this fortification.
Clearly.
Clearly. It's not like alleys exist or anything like that. That's entirely bull honky.
Alleys are for commoners. Didn't you know this?
Yes. Look, the big main door. Admittedly, it's crowded around with people who make you want to harm yourself, but yeah, prices have to be paid.
Yeah, he's gonna like walk up and like feel itchy when he's around them. And
The bouncer, who's a very, very burly white guy, looks up at you and looks down at the list and looks up at you again and says, "Name."
I'm Aiden Gwydion.
Uh-huh. How are you dressed, by the way?
He's dressed like a model, like a male model. Just
So, like,
up. So very fashionable.
okay.
Except that he has this weird pin that doesn't kind of match his outfit, which is the Gwydion pin.
Not a clue. Okay, so the bouncer kind of cajoles you with his eyes, is the phrasing I'm going to give this one. He says, "Your name's not on the list, sir."
Well, maybe you should go check inside. And, oh shit, can I actually do this? Changeling is awesome. I think I'm going to make the pin write my name on there.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm going to whisper at the pin.
If this is how you say it works.
If I'm looking up. Let's see. Oh no, I got a better thing that I can do because it's funnier. He's going to look at someone in the. Oh, I'm such a dirty, dirty man. I'm gonna look at someone in the crowd and whisper, a chanting phrase, and try to set his coat on fire.
Why does this always happen? Why does fire always happen at my club? Continue.
Alright, so that's gonna be 4 plus 2. And that's at difficulty 5. Yeah, so a 1 die effect. So 1 die of flame just shoots up his jacket.
Okay. The poor unfortunate passerby, or the poor unfortunate bystander, will proceed to rip the jacket off and start what I can only describe as stop, dropping, and rolling. The crowd will naturally cluster around them to try and render what aid they can, so there will be a momentary distraction. If that was what you were looking for.
That's exactly what he was looking for, that he wanders in.
Okay. Yeah. The inside of the club has been designed to look like you're walking into a graveyard. So all of the tables, for example, are tombstone, or all the tables, for example, are coffin lids. All of the dance floor consists of plastic slotted together tombstones. You know, everything. The bar itself looks like it's been ripped out of a mausoleum wall. There are a number of stairs going up and down. One major staircase to the right of the bar that sweeps upwards, and one more small and circuitous stairway to the left of the bar, which appears to be going down, and a larger staircase off to your right-hand side next to the DJ's booth that's also going down. The place in here seems to be packed and hopping as per normal. The DJ is playing some kind of. Hang on, I have a random. The DJ is playing Evanescence this evening. Yes.
He kind of covers his ears. Like, not just like
Evanescence is
a
good,
regular
yo.
person would, but like he has elven ears in his face and he's kind of covering like all of them.
I accept this.
He kind of just looks around. He's found something magical, and yet everyone inside makes him wish that he was elsewhere. Because their dreams are about dark things, bad things, and things he's not going to talk about out loud or ever again.
I mean, okay. Just 1 second. I need to actually make a roll for myself. That's more than enough to have it on for the scene. As you enter, what do? Do you walk to the bar? Do you walk around the dance floor? Do you walk to any of the booths or the tables?
He's going to walk towards the dance floor. Or not the dance floor, but the bar.
Okay.
And look for the bartender that looks like he's in charge.
All of the bartenders appear to be very, very busy mixing drinks at this moment in time. As I said, this place is full to capacity, so there are about, you'd reckon, 4 or 5 bartenders on duty who are each slinging out drinks as fast as they can go. One of them, a rather attractive Chinese girl with bright neon blue hair, will look up at you and go, yes, sir, what can I get you?
I'm looking for Merlin, he says, just plain as day.
She looks at you and goes, I don't know what's in it, but if you tell me the measurements, I'm sure I can make you it.
No, the person. And then he like leans forward. I'm looking for the mage, Merlin.
Her face kind of goes slightly slack for a moment, and she presses her earpiece and walks away for a moment, and you hear a kind of a whispered, hushed conversation. And then she says, excuse me, sir, but I don't think he's called Merlin, but Mr. Gravedigger will see you.
Thank you.
He's up the stairs. If you want to hang a right up there, then you'll come out in the VIP lounge. He's upstairs.
I will do this. Thank you. And he like walks like boldly forward. Like if people get in his way, he just like shoulder checks them. Because he's not a small man. I mean to myself, he's gonna walk up the stairs, turn to the right, and look for this person that they call Gravedigger that must actually be Merlin. Yes.
Oh, mother of God. Basically, the as you walk up the stairs, it will branch. Directly ahead of you, there is a door that is closed to you. To the right-hand side, there is another smaller set of stairs, only about 5 or 6, that goes up onto a balcony, a very kind of high Victoriana-style balcony that overlooks the dance floor itself. And you see seated in a chair, dressed in very high Victorian style, so top hat, cane. He has an eye patch affixed over his left eye. Drinking some kind of purple concoction. You see a seated figure.
He's just gonna walk up and like take a seat, and if Gravedigger has like, I think it's Spirit Sight, or it might be Prime Sight. Like when his jacket like waves open, you can see a sword that will make your like mouth water.
Prime sight, I think, to see that, but no. Gravedigger will quirk an eyebrow and he will say, "I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. And who the fuck are you?"
I am Sir Aiden. I am Sir Aiden Apquidian.
Right, yeah. How's that going for you?
Well, it's not too well. I've been away for 400 years, and I come back in this. But Merlin, we must do something about the dragons that I've been seeing. If you want to roll versus his lying, he's not lying.
Gravedigger looks down at his drink, looks up again, looks down at his drink, looks up again, motions to say something, like raises his hand, inhales breath, and then just goes, oddly enough, not the strangest thing I've heard today. What's up? How am I going to help you with dragons?
Well, first, all I have is chimerical armor and the sword of Lancelot. So, you know, if I'm gonna fight them on this side of the dreaming, I need your help.
Okay, right. For a start, my name is Gravedigger, not Merlin. We got that? Capiche? Savvy?
But you do magic. You are a great mage. You're Merlin.
You kind of see him weigh up these things in his hands. It's like, a balancing scale. He's just like, well, I am a very great mage. All the other mages suck. And then he kind of just goes, but then again, oh, fuck it, why not? Right. Yes, my child, I am Merlin. Would you like me to actually roll subterfuge on that?
No. I'm not gonna roll against it because he firmly believes that you're Merlin because he's in Bedlam too.
Oh, Jesus, Mother of God! Okay, this can only end well. I have faith in me. So, right, dragons. Yes, tell me more of these dragons, I suppose.
Well, back in England, they looked like regular dragons. But apparently here in the Orient, they can fly without wings, they're long and serpent-like, and generally don't breathe fire, which is nice for me. But I don't actually have like a suit of armor that I can just wear out in public, apparently that's very frowned upon in this day and age. Not that it was, overtly smiled upon, back in the 1700s, but still, like, you could do it.
Oh, huh. And what exactly is it you want of me, brave Sir Knight?
Well, I need your help making me some magical armor. I have Dross, if you need that.
Oh, motherfucking hell is Dross.
He pulls out Dross.
Okay.
It's just like Quintessence, except it tastes fun.
I actually need to get a ruling on that. Give me just a moment. Actually, wait, no, shit. Gravedigger doesn't have Prime. Who the fuck am I talking about? He just kind of looks down at it, shrugs, and says, is this a lot of Dross?
Depends on what people determine a lot is. Some people think that, having enough to survive a week of banality is a lot. I mean, it's up in the air of what a lot is.
Right, so you want me to make you some fancy armor?
Yes.
Okay. What are you going to do for me if I make you the fancy armor?
Slay dragons. Keep you safe.
Oh, I'm already pretty safe, thank you. As you said, I'm a great wizard.
This is hilarious. Gravedigger, what's your banality?
There's a chart for this.
Yes, there is.
I'm pretty banal. Give me just a second. Where is it? There's one in the Hong Kong thing. Sorry. Zeta boards. House rules. Banality. Yeah, no, we need to find the banality rules. Do you have any idea where they are?
Yes, hold on. House of Cards, House Rules, Changeling, Updated Banality, Bedlam, and the Mists. Wait. Yes, this is what I need. And then I will link it to you.
Oh, I have it here. It's okay. Oh, by the way, do you want to roll me a perception kenning?
Sure. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. 4 successes
Okay.
against step 6.
There's basically, as you enter the room and as you sit down with Gravedigger, the room becomes incredibly cold. Your breath doesn't mist, and you feel chilled, if that makes sense. Has your character ever been in the? Does your character have any wraith lore?
Nope.
Then you wouldn't be able to identify it. Okay, so according to this, banality of mages is 5, and we are not on the list. So let me just look at the modifiers. I'm not drunk. I'm not taking hallucinogens. I don't have any derangements. I'm not really in a banal profession. Computers and no. Law knowledge for hire, no. Science knowledge for hire, no. Technology knowledge for hire, no. No. So yeah, you can. I have a banality of 5 apparently.
All right. And he pulls out something, like he pulls out one of the dross and crushes it in his hand, and then waves it over you, kind of like pixie dust.
Crap.
You're enchanted.
Oh crap. This is my Tuesday. Okay.
So now, like, you can see kind of into the dreaming, and you can see any chimerical creatures that are around, that kind of thing.
Yep. You know,
Come on.
this is what
I will
nope.
show you dragons. Come with me.
I don't want to see any dragons. I'm happy here. Thank you.
But if you don't see the dragons, how are you going to make the best possible armor for me?
I'm happy to make you armor. We're still quibbling over payments because I'm not fucking doing it for free.
I guess you could have the dragon skin.
There's dragon skin.
Yes.
Oh, fuck nuggets. Gravedigger kind of stands up, brushes down his coat, places his drink beside him on the table, looks at you and goes, right, okay, you and I are going, fuck's sake. Okay. Hello, my name is Gravedigger. I own this establishment. It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Aiden Apgwidian, or whatever the fuck your name is. So, you want me to make you a suit of armor? I can do this.
Yes. Something that won't rouse the attention of the, as he points like towards the dance floor, the unwashed masses, the peasants.
Question, am I a peasant?
No, you're Merlin.
Okay, I accept this. Does that mean I have to go and find a small boy and make him King of England? Because I'll do it.
If it's in a dream, we could probably do it. Children still dream of this, yes?
I'd assume so. I mean, probably, maybe, kinda, sorta.
Because if the children still dream it, we could find that dream and make it into reality if we tried hard enough.
Okie dokie. Right. But needless to say, going back to the concept of your armor, I can do that because I'm that awesome. He kind of does a little pose.
Of course, you're Merlin. I would expect nothing less.
Uh-huh. So, exactly what qualities does this suit need to have?
Well, it needs to reflect lightning, or at least not allow me to be, electrocuted by it, since some of the Chinese dragons shoot lightning from their breath. Needs to be able to pass inspection among the peasants so that they don't, try to take me away in one of those padded wagons that we used to have.
Right.
And it needs to be able to stand up to dragon claws.
Okie dokie then. Okay. So, right. You and I are going to go downstairs if my stairs still exist. I assume my stairs still exist. Yes. We're going to go downstairs and we're going to read a lovely book, and it's going to tell me all the things I need to know. Does that sound good? Savvy?
I mean, you're Merlin. Of course, you have many books of spells and incantations that you must look at.
Oh. So, Gravedigger will lead you down the stairs. He's probably a little bit woozy because I've always thought being enchanted was like being absolutely shit-faced. Beg your pardon. He will then lead you into he will then lead you down the set of stairs into what is behind the bar, and what is basically a supply room for the bar. There's a huge metal barrel down there that he will press the tap mechanism for and roll it back, and basically that will cause the barrel to physically open large enough for us to both to duck inside, and you basically find yourself in a at the top of a spiraling staircase that goes down into the earth, at the bottom of which is a heavy security door, upon which Gravedigger will type a 5-digit code. Just beep, 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 beep. The door will then and allow itself to be opened, inside of which you will find basically a very, very huge underground room. You'd guess it's about the size of half a football field or so, completely stacked with bookshelves, a long dining room table that appears to be set for dinner, but no food has been laid out, a large fireplace with a number of armchairs and a crackling fire in the hearth. And he will say, "Welcome to my sanctum. Please make yourself comfortable. May I offer you a drink?"
No, I'm fine right now.
Uh-huh.
I ate before going out, and I brought a flask in case I had to drink anything. Because people keep offering me water, and water gives you the ague.
The fuck is the Og?
You should know, Merlin, it's where you shit yourself to death.
You mean
To use
dysentery?
rude terms.
I'm not having a good day. Okay, this is a thing. This is my Tuesday. Merlin will. I'm calling myself Merlin now. Fuck my life. Gravedigger will walk over to a large tome from his library, and he'll pull it out and smash it onto one of the tables and open it up. And he says, "I've not done much research as to your nature and whatever else have you, but you're a changeling, yeah?"
Yes. That is what they call the fair folk.
I see. By the look of you, I'm guessing you're a knocker then.
He like pulls out a glove, walks up to you and slaps your face lightly, puts it back up, goes and sits down.
That hurt mildly.
I am a she, thank you very much. The rulers of the Fae.
But I thought that knockers were the beautiful ones who ruled Fae society.
Someone has lied to you gravely, and has insulted your honor in thus doing so. And next time you should see them, you should turn them into a small inanimate object. Well, maybe not inanimate.
You've
because
got to be
Merlin likes-
shitting me. When I find that little fucking cunt, I'm going to nail his fucking ears to the fucking wall. To be fair, it was a book that told me, but he never corrected me.
That's a very bad book. Who was
Gravedigger
it?
kind of, his eye twitches, and he says, "You have my deepest apologies for insinuating that you were a knocker."
Knockers are commoners. Should be always commoners. They should not be nobles. They should not lead others. All they do is make things and curse.
I would like to point out I also curse a disproportionate amount, but that's neither here nor there.
Yes, but you aren't small, frumpy, and hideous.
Oh wait, hang on. I've got to ask. So, do knockers, in fact, drink the blood of virgins and sacrifice newborns to dark gods on the pale moonlight?
Some of the Unseelie might. I mean, some of the Unseelie do some really bad things.
And you're Sealy, are you?
Yes. I think. Yes.
Is that a political difference, a societal difference, a racial difference?
Yes.
That's
To all
one
of the
those.
above.
Oh, I see. Don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly judging you. It's entirely fine. Right, let me have a read here. And he just starts, you see him skimming down a very large book with his very long black fingernails, just reading, and he says, right, okay. That explains that. If we put X to Y, possibly, maybe, could possibly work. That would depend on how much you value your bladder. Do you value your bladder?
What is a bladder?
It's the thing that allows you to pass water.
Oh, I would need to do that, because otherwise it would just build up inside me and throw off my humors.
That's funny. That's... Okay, whatever. Right. So, I can make you the suit of armor. Of course, this armor will pass for normal clothing. So, basically, what I need from you, Sonny Jim, is a suit of clothes you want to be armored up, as it were.
I can find you that.
There is the matter, as I've said, of my payment.
Well, I do have some dragon skin with me. If you would like to, look it over.
Very well, then.
Well, you can see, as enchanted, so he just reaches behind him, and a second later he just pulls off a cape and hands it to you. Made of dragon scales.
He'll run his hand over it. Grog, what is this? Like, from a character's perspective?
From the character's perspective, it's probably the most expensive, well-fitting, and beautiful suit of scales you've ever seen.
Gravedigger looks down, and he looks back up. What would this look like in the normal world?
In the normal world, you could make it look like anything you want, Merlin.
Okay. Alright then, as I don't currently possess dragon scales, I'll consider it a deal. I'll make you one suit of armor in exchange for this. And he'll extend his hand.
Hold on. Yeah, you don't qualify for this.
What?
The Oath of the Long Road, you don't qualify because you won't always be enchanted. But he takes your hand and he shakes it. Then let the deal be struck.
And all that good jazz. Right, okay. When do you want this suit of armor?
Well, I want it to be really nice, so, a month from now would be fine with me. I know it takes time to make, magic.
Yeah. Okay. It takes time to make magic. That's a quote I'm going to have to use sometime. But, interesting. So okay. I'm just trying to think how I can do this. I suppose I could just increase the density. Yeah, that would do it. On that of character note, I will of course require Tiger before I can make the prerequisite rolls to make your armor. You're lucky that this mage has matter. That's all I choose to say.
I mean, luck would also work.
What would?
Not luck. What's it called? What's the sphere that handles luck? Entropy. Entropy would also work.
I also have entropy.
Because with entropy, you could just make it harder for things to hit him while he's wearing that.
I can, and I probably will. But, yeah. Very well. In that case, 1 month from now, you'll have your armor. Is that all the aid I can render you, Mr. Gwydion?
I guess. I mean, I don't think you'd be able to do anything with Lancelot's sword, so.
And that depends. I can always try.
He, reaches down and from where was nowhere, he just draws out a sword, and I have a picture of it so that you can look at it. Yeah. Boom. Ah, wrong copy.
Let us see the sword, business malarkey. Photo bucket. Okay, cool. He kind of quirks an eyebrow and says, well, what's the matter with it?
Well, it hits very hard on its own. It uses something referred to as Holly Strike, I believe, if you've heard the term.
I have not.
Basically, I swing the sword, and the sword hits many times harder than I could ever swing it.
Okay.
But it's still, I'm swinging a sword, and it doesn't do enough damage to, kill dragons in a swing, like I wish it would, but
Okay. Fuck, okay. You see him kind of look at the sword. He kind of points for you to put it down on the table so we can look at it.
He puts it down.
This is made out of glamour, isn't it?
Treasure. So
Actually, hang on. For Gravedigger to know that, give me just a moment. Yep, that was just my roll to turn on my matter sight. This thing's made out of glamour, isn't it? Or under matter sight, it's not there.
it is definitely made out of something wiggity to you.
Hashtag something wiggity.
Because
he's
it's a
turning
treasure.
on-
It's not like just normal.
He's turning on all his sights right now, just so he can kind of overlay one over the other, of the other, of the other, of the other. So there goes mind sight. Because of its fairy relation, things are picked up under mind sight. He just kind of quirks his eyebrow and he says, "Right, so you want me to make this sword hit harder?"
I mean, I don't know that it can be. It's Lancelot's sword. It's as good as it's ever going to be. Unless I make a new legend with it.
See Gravedigger kind of turn and look at the air beside him, and he starts kind of having a conversation like, "Do you have any idea what the fuck he's talking about?" Nope. Okay, good to know. I mean, if you want, I can try. I can make it so it can hit things that it can't hit right now, definitely.
He pauses for a second at that. As I look at my favorite things. You know, if I was going to get something to hit harder than, or hit things that it normally couldn't, as he pulls out what looks like a giant wooden mace to you that wasn't there a second ago. I think that's how this all works. And it looks like a dragon's head, like an ornamental weapon that you might have seen, like Vikings use at one point or another. There you go. If it will ever link in the chat.
I think you misunderstand me, mate. I mean that your sword is nice, and I can understand why it's nice, but I could make it hit things that now it is incapable of hitting.
Yay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hang on, Crash. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I saw that. He basically said, "Right, I might not be able to do that. I might not be able to make it hit harder, but I could definitely make it hit things that it can't hit now."
If I wanted something to hit things that I couldn't hit now, I'd probably want my great sword, maybe.
I can do a great sword.
He pulls out a sword from nowhere. Again.
How out of character? How are you doing that?
Out of character? Because you can't see all my weapons. Well, I guess you can see all my weapons. He carries a armory with him everywhere he goes. Like, he's in full plate with weapons strapped to him.
You're actually walking around in full plate.
Fey full plate, yes.
Oh shit, the unseeable full plate. Okay.
Yes.
Chimerical plate.
Yeah,
There
he has
we go.
chimerical plate and chimerical armor. Or weapon, arms. Blech.
Okay.
Also, since you can see as an enchanted being, he has wings. Like
Are they
big,
nice wings?
big, feathery white wings. Except they kind of don't, like, he's kind of holding them gingerly, like something might be wrong with them.
Hmm. Alright, so you want me to make it so your sword can hit things it can't hit now? I can do that.
I mean, if you want to, it would make hunting dragons in this world much easier.
However, this time you'll owe me a favor.
It depends on the favor, to be honest.
I'll shrug. I don't necessarily have one now, but when I need something.
As long as it doesn't go against my house, the king, or the noble that I am sworn to, I shouldn't have any problem with it.
Wonderful. After all, I'm Merlin. I wouldn't mislead you, would I?
Of course not.
I will roll subterfuge if you want me to at this point. Or
You
you just
don't
happy
have
to go with it?
You don't have to, because I'm Bedlam too, and I think you're Merlin. Merlin doesn't lie.
Oh, by the way, watch out for someone who calls herself Tony Zhang. She's secretly Mordred and not a very nice person.
Should I kill her?
No, not at all. Just don't be very nice to her. I'll keep her under control. Just said I'd let you know.
As you wish, Merlin. I will abide by your wishes.
On that character note, Evan is just smirking right now. There may be a shit-eating grin involved here because myself and Tony are still having our strop.
And you said she was Morgan?
No, she was Mordred.
Mordred. I thought
No,
Mordred was
Morgana. Sorry, he'll have said Morgana. Brain. AKA Mordred's mother, AKA the woman who fucked Arthur.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there we go. He will then flick the sword back into his... He'll pick up the great sword and kind of, be amazed at how heavy it is, because Gravedigger's not a very strong person. And be like, okay, for the record, since you enchanted me, I'm going to have to write all of this down so I'll remember it tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Though you might be able to enchant yourself. I'm not sure. You are Merlin, so you probably can.
I mean, I am pretty great. Right. In that case, mate, I've got a lot of work to do. And I've got a lot of writing to do in order to remember I have to do this tomorrow. So, I think that if you want to head back upstairs, your drinks are on the house for this evening. We might be able to even get you a comely maiden or a buxom wench or a noble, virtuous damsel. I don't fucking know what you like to fuck, but we can probably find you one.
That is good. I should also probably go out tomorrow and look for... you can see him, shiver and, his wings, make little tinkling sounds like water on glass or something. A job.
You want a job?
I mean, working for the Great Merlin would be an acceptable use of my talents.
Question: do you have a place to stay?
On the other side, yes.
On this side, mate.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, you work for the Great Merlin. Are you happy now?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. This is gonna... I'm gonna have to tell Pyro about this tomorrow. He's not gonna let it shut the fuck up. You'll meet my two apprentices, Spider and Pyro, tomorrow, I should think. As a matter of fact,
I don't really like spiders.
He's
and
not
the
a
deep
spider.
They try to eat you.
He's just it's just his name. He's not actually a spider.
That is good.
Do you have a cell phone?
Yes, I was given one as part of my stipend. And he pulls out a cell phone that looks like it has been programmed for an idiot to use.
Okay. Right. Have you ever had to forcibly eject intoxicated individuals from a tavern?
No, generally we stab them
Right.
and then throw them out the back.
Here we don't stab them. We throw them out onto the street.
I could do that. I am a large man.
Excellent. That's all I ask. Right, come on. We'll go and find you something to... He kind of looks you up and down and says, we'll go and find you something to wear that's not quite so Versace and get you to work. I seem to just be gathering a group of street people. They find me. They all find me.
Well, maybe you should start, throwing fireballs at them.
That would be an incredibly vulgar use of my magics.
There are things called flamethrowers. I saw on the History Channel. You could make it look like that.
Right. In that case, we shall end the scene there. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a pleasant evening.
Yay, Google Hanging Out for being a bitch tonight. Hey,
I was just ending the scene. I was just ending the scene anyway, so unless there's anything you really want to say.
He was going to say, as you were walking off, I saw these things called flamethrowers. Perhaps if you make your magic look like that, it'll work better.
How about maybe? All right, come on, let's get this over with. And with that, we shall end the scene. Sha-na-na-na.